are. You want me to move these boards out of the way?
Well, that's fine. I get it.
Sample.
What we have here is called a test station. Back up there. That's Dan there with Dan the man. And what we're just going to go do is what we do is we walk up to the material itself, and you'll notice here that you don't want the material to overlap. And see what we got here is a little bit of tape, right?
You don't want to use your two-way high bond tape. You do not want to use that. You want to use what's got a tape on the other side.
It already has a tape on
the aluminum pole.
And they call this right here aluminum pole, right? This right here.
I guess you could put the high bond tape just to make sure it's secure.
Okay.
You
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes,
that way
sir.
I'm going to work.
So what they do
This is our test station.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is our test station, Keith. And what we do is we put our, once we're done with our reflector material, we put it on here just to test it out to see if it's going to work or what adjustments we have to do to it.
Okay.
To make it happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So what you do is you just lift it up like that.
Let me take it off.
And what they do is he just takes it up like this and it just slides over.
Yeah, it slides over. Put our material on here. Put it back. Adjust it to where we need it. Test it out.
And just roll up and down. Make sure that there's no overlap on this material here, as you can see. And this is right here is called a plunger, right?
That's our plunger. Yes.
And then over here is called the
clutch.
The clutch.
Yes.
And we're going to show you how to make sure that it goes up and down. We make sure it's either on the left or right hand side, depending on what the customer wants.
Yes.
But thank you so much for that. But this is called a test station. You can just go back and forth with it, and it'll just show you. But like I said, here you don't want no overlap on this material here to ensure that it doesn't bind up.
Yes.
And you'll see right there, and again, this is called the clutch, and we're going to show you how to put that together as well.
And we got our brackets.
And they got the brackets as well. And these are called brackets here. Yes. As you can see, it just pops in right there, as you can see right there where my finger is, and on this side as well. And it's adjustable, and you can go back and forth just to test it. And you'll see here that it just fits in these holes. I'm gonna go over here and show you this right here. We got some beads here. So this puts the chains together here. I'm gonna pull one out and show you what that looks like here. Just puts the chains together. It's like an inner just put the beads in there. And this right here is called a plunger. This right here, excuse me, this is a plunger right here. This right here is a control device, or excuse me, the clutch. And then the beads come on like a spool like this. And what we do is we got a hem bar right here. This sort of weighs down the material. We put a steel bar in there. It's just like this. And it's about that thick, and I'll get those for you. And of course, this tape just comes right on off here, and this is the roller we put it on right here. This application is a little bit long, but this is what we use, and we also use this vinyl foam weather seal. And I'm going to show you what we do. We put this at the bottom of the material and staple it on there, and then roll the hem bar. But this right here is 3/8 wide, 3/16 thick, and it's 17 foot long. You can go to Home Depot and Lowe's, and this particular brand here is called Frost King. And what we do is we just staple that to material, and I'll show you that. But that's pretty much, again, here's the hem bar, and it just slides in there. The material, I'm going to show you that. And again, this steel bar just goes inside of here. I'm going to show you that as well. But again, this roller tube, I'm going to take you back over here to the station where we do the cutting, which is back over here. And what we do is we just cut that hem bar and tubes at one of these saws here. And make sure if you are cutting steel, make sure that it has a steel blade, because it'll go real fast. And what we do is we just cut it from here, and I'll show you that. That's the steel blade there, Dan? Okay.
Yeah, no, this is actually to cut metal.
Okay, this right here. Okay, I see.
This DeWalt right here.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's to cut metal.
Okay.
And that's actually these pieces right here.
This is for the hem bar, or that's the framing.
This
Okay.
is for the framing, for
Yes,
the
sir.
inflector framing.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
know, for residential, commercial, what we do.
And then you just put it on there, and we'll do that in a second.
Yeah, this is aluminum blade.
Okay.
Another aluminum blade.
Okay, and you just put it on there and give her a cut.
Yep.
Oh, and here's the
We organize the material.
organized material.
Keep it organized,
And
separate
this is a steel bar, right?
That's
Dan?
actually a steel bar.
Is there a thickness to that, or
I
don't know if
It's
looks like about a 3/8 or something?
yeah, like a 3/8 and by 12 or something. It's actually by 12
Okay, alrighty.
and by 3/8.
And we just cut that and slide it in, and we'll show you how to do that in a bit.
And
This right here is a cutting table, and it's about, I think, 8 foot by 10 foot, and it has a pneumatic hooked into a air pump. And what you do is you just turn it on, and it just goes up and down like that. See how it goes up like that? That's to secure the material. And of course, here's the material itself right here, and here's the mechanism. Right there is what it looks like. It's all pneumatic, and it runs to an air pump going through that wall. But it just goes up. But from you just lower this, it goes up and down like that. And of course, you got these support beams with the inflector material on it. And I'm going to come over here and show you exactly what it looks like. And they keep their supplies underneath here, but it's about 8 foot by 10 foot. And of course, you got this table here for framing, and it has these grooves in it where you can put these mechanisms here, and it's held in by an Allen wrench where you can adjust it to go back and forth like that. But this is what we just, I guess we call a panel table. And I'm just gonna come around here. And this particular table here has a nice little ruler on it, and it comes to 10 foot, or it looks like 120 inches there, as you can see. And it goes all the way down. And that bar, as you can see, just goes all the way across like that. And I'm just going to show you one other part here. Sorry, brother. And what I also forgot to show you was these end caps here. They go on the end, and I'm going to show you what happens is they just pop in right here. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but of course, end caps, plunger, clutch. You got your pole here, steel pole, or excuse me, aluminum pole, and it has this tape on here that just comes off. You just peel it right off. I'll show you how to pull that off here. And the steel bar, which goes inside of this right here, it just slides in.
yeah.
And also I showed you the vinyl foam weather seal, and then the steel chain on the spool, and these beads here, these catch beads, I guess, whatever you,
The lock beads.
lock beads. It just pops in there. And you can buy them by the pack.
Here, folks, is what we call a clutch.
Okay.
This is your basic clutch.
So you just hit that button and it just pops in like that. Okay.
Pops in, assembles. You got actually 3 parts to this,
Yes, sir.
and I'm going to show you how to assemble it.
Okay.
That's the front of it.
Yes, sir.
Spring action.
Okay. And you load it in from the top. Man.
Yeah,
I learned that from you.
yeah. You want to match. You want to match this fitting with that.
Okay. So That pops on like that.
That.
Already.
Then you got a little, what's it called?
Just a nipple or something?
Yeah, a nipple or something that goes into this.
Okay.
What we would call this is a male.
Okay, so
That's a female.
Okay.
Okay, that male is gonna go into that female.
And that goes in top, just slides
Perfect.
right in. Okay.
Yeah, goes in to that female.
Okay. And then you just twist it there?
And twist it, and you're gonna see this pop out, this clutch pop out. There it goes.
Okay, great. Thank you,
See
sir.
that?
Appreciate it.
Okay. Not a problem. The work order form, where they want it, right side, left side.
Yes, sir.
You have another male in here.
See, okay, and it just slides into that groove there.
That female is gonna slide in there.
Okay. That just goes in there. Okay, great.
Like that.
And the same thing on the other side.
And on the other side, you got your plunger.
Okay.
This plunger is not just your ordinary toilet plunger.
Yes, sir.
This is the actual plunger that goes on
Yes, sir.
the roller shake.
Okay. And you have that little groove in there?
Yeah, you want to get in between these females right here.
Okay, and then it just slides on in like that. Okay. All right, perfect. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
not a problem.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Dan. Dan the man.
Not a problem.
Thank you, sir. What we do here is this is an unusually large shade, window shade, but we're cut this out to 102 inches. And what we're going to do next is make sure it's exactly 102 inches, which is what Dan did. And then, like I said, this is pneumatic, and it just comes down, and it goes down like that. It comes across, and it just has a little razor blade that cuts just like that right there. See it cotton, and I just bring it back like that, and we got our material cut. So this one right here is 102 inches, and the length is 50 3/8. So what Dan is measuring the width. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some tape on that, and we're going to, we notice he's using painter's tape. And he's just going to mark it there, just like that. And then we're going to go down to the other end as well. What he does is once he measures out, he's just going to put it exactly on that tape there. And we're going to use this long metal straight edge. And we're going to come down the other end and put the blue tape. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a razor against this straight edge here, because this is, like I said, wider than normally is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this long straight edge, and we're going to bring the material over here. And I'll move this straight edge. So we're going to measure right here, 50 3/8. We're going to run that tape all the way down, or maybe just a straight edge. Probably may not need tape. That's up to Dan. He's the expert at this. But you see, this roller shade is 102 by 50 3/8. And this is the first process in making the roller shade. And we'll get back to you in just one moment. So the clutch is going to be on the press that, and you see this tape here. He's going to pull off on the bar. We call it the lance, or
Gonna have a little.
on the roll bar, and it just pops off like that.
Do it slowly.
It can be a pain, but just make sure you go slow. Every time I've done it, it breaks. The tape just breaks off like that. And like I said, this is a extra biggest shade I think we made yet. I have heard someone making a shade that's 2 stories high in Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Dude.
And there's a way of doing that. And if you'd like, just contact us at www.energyefficiency.dr.com. www.energyefficiency.dr.com. Look at that. That just comes off just like that.
Damn. 2
And-
stories.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't know how they did that. It had to be a real thin one in order to do that. I'm guessing, but anyhow, see what they do is he lines that up there on the bar, right where it's right equal. I'll just zoom in there. And it can be a little challenging at times, but what you do is you just make it right even with that tape there at the end.
All right, hold on.
And it can be a little bit of a long process, but
In the muck?
again, this is an extra long, extra wide roller shade, and it just comes down like that, and you just make it go all the way across.
Yeah.
Perfect. See how, see no tape, that's the way you want it, straight.
Straight with that line. You want it lined up with that line and on that, the lining on that tape, you want it lined up with that reflector material.
Little piece of tape right there, and just make it straight and close as you can. That's perfect.
Because if not, you will have problems rolling up the roller shade.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you're rolling it up, material will move sideways.
Okay.
Let you roll it up all the way.
That's that overhang.
That's why you want to get it straight.
You see how it's
Get
going
that
straight
overhang.
all the way across there. And that's why they call him Dan the Man.
With the plan.
Dan the Man with the plan. Yeah, he's making that just go all the way across there. And making it look good. See how you don't see no tape along there? After just peeling the tape. And what we'll do is we'll just do like a test roll.
Well,
And that's pretty much it, man. He did a great job. What he does is he just pushes that clutch in there, because this is going to be a right side operation. It's just easy
hey,
to roll.
Keith, check that out though. When I put that clutch in,
Yes, sir.
that ace went on top of that damn clutch. So it doesn't overhang.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
That's perfect. Perfect, brother.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, so it went on.
So he just takes that and he just slides in there on that groove we showed you, and then he's going to come over here and pop in the control mechanism, the clutch itself, just like that, and then just he popped in, and that's it. So what he's doing, he's taking that self-adhesive tape, and what he does is that I'm going to come around here, and he just puts it on the edge there, because it does have the self-adhesive on it. And he goes across, and the purpose of that is what he's going to do is he's going to put staples along the edge here and here. And he's just doing a little trimming. And he just staples it. It looks like he's just doing it about every 2 to 3 inches there. And that is a good job. See that? See how far apart those staples are. Looks to be about every 3 inches.
Now we got our hem bar.
And then this is a hem bar.
Aluminum hem bar.
Okay. And what do you do with that, Dan?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put it over this weather seal at the end of this roller shade.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
reason
sir.
for this is to get that weight, which I have my
With the metal bar?
It's
Okay.
going to go in here.
Okay,
And
yes,
it's going
sir.
to keep that roller shade straight down.
Yes, sir.
The weight to pull it down.
Okay.
We get our hem bar on first.
And it just slides down there.
It's not rocket science.
Maybe for me,
For some people, it might be, it was like rocket science when I first learned it. But other than that,
And it just slides down there inside
piece of cake.
that groove like that. See that there? And it just slides down like that. And then what he does is he takes that metal bar and he slides that. This is to put the weight on the actual product. And he just slides that in there like that. And you can see that metal bar there. It just slides in right there underneath the material. And then what he does is he gets these end caps. Look at these right here. And he just puts them on there. I'm going to go grab this rubber mallet along with these end pieces. And he puts it in just like that.
It's like a puzzle. You want to match it up with the grooves. The male going into the female, the grooves.
And he just slides it in there. And he gets that rubber mallet and just hits it.
Pull material back.
looks like it's gonna rain. And sometimes that material will slide towards where the rubber, so we just slide it back. And then, of course, that's in there, and I'll go over and get that one. We'll get a little close up on there. And he just takes that end piece and just slides it in there like that. And it just pops in like that, and then he takes the rubber mallet and hits it in. Thank you, sir. And that's what you get, is a great clean finish on this. So in the end, this is what it looks like, just like that. It just pops in. And he's just making sure it's adjusting it, and there you go. Next step is to go back and put on the chain, which is the next process we will be doing. We're just going to we're just going to take a short break here and slide the material back around.
Yeah.
So what we do is we measure out this chain. This particular chain we cut out to 144 inches, so actually the customer can bring it down. So what he does is he takes that chain,
That bead.
and that bead there, and you see this here, he puts that bead just a little bit and it slides it in there on the front end of it.
Got to get in the grooves.
And there's some little grooves
beads
there, and we'll show you that.
You got to get it on the rotating cup of the clutch.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Because what this does is it's gonna have, when you pull it, it's gonna help it rotate and get that material to go up and down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And what he does is, you see that top part?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
And
Sound
it
like
just
you-
slides it in there just like that.
Gotta get that that indicator groove there to that spring action right there. Line it up with this
And it just pops in like that.
and lock and load.
Lock and load, and it goes in like that, and that's it. And the chain is set, and that's for a right hand side on the clutch. And the next process is to test it out on the test station here. And we're going to do that right now. We're going to move this and put it over there. So I'm just going to take a short break here and show you how to do that. What we see there, he's testing it out to make sure it goes up all the way. And what you see there, he's going back, is that we just slid in the groove there, just like that. And you just test it to make sure that everything's good. They're coming out anyway.
Will they come out?
Oh, they will. I'll just get it here. And that is perfect right there. You just test it to make sure it goes up and down.
Should we go get a hair dryer?
Yeah. No, that's fine. No, that's good. They can do that. Good to go. Thank you so much. And that is how we test it out, just like that. And that is a complete window shade.
I think what we need to do, Keith, is secure it at the final on that tape.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to put tape on it. That's right.
We'll throw a scotch
So,
tape or
so what you do is you take a little Scotch tape and you put it in here. And again, this is a rack control with the silver side in, and just fit it in there. And of course, the plunger right there, and that is a perfect roll there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some Scotch tape and put it along here just to keep it nice, what we call high and tight.
just keep it nice and tight. That's basically what we're trying to do. Keep it for future difficulties. Messing up later on.
And you just go bring it all the way across. You do that. And then we just roll it up and ship it out.